Virgo. Hey, Virgo. Welcome to your weekly reading that is also timeless. Terra Firma Thursdays, every Thursday for you, Virgo. Today we are using my brand new deck, which is called the Baroque Tarot. It's beautiful. It's gold. It's gold and fancy. Main thing though is it's Rider-Waite Smith inspired, very familiar imagery, but with a much more dreamlike and deep kind of imagery to it. I really like the imagery. It's a little bit darker. It's not so bright, not so simplistic. There's a lot of detail. Very beautiful cards. So I love them. Anyway, we'll use these for the general energy. We'll be clarifying with the Hermetic Tarot, and then get 3 of these for the potential outcome for you, Virgo. Welcome if it's your first time, and if you are returning, welcome back. Hello, how are you? All right, my friends. Let's get right into it, Virgo. What do we have for Virgo today? What do we have for Virgo this week? All right, just kicking it off with the 2 of Swords. We have Death. And we have the 10 of Wands. Wow. And we've got the Magician on the bottom. Oh, man, I love this. This Magician card, normally the Magician's very bright. So take it as it resonates. Some of you are going to find this to be not comforting. I don't know why. Obviously. Blah. I don't know what that is either. I love this Magician card. It's very... It's cool. It's got the mystery. The mystery is very cool. And I guess what I could say to that is the alchemy that's taking place, the way that this person is sort of concealed. It's like, oh, is it you or is it somebody else? Ooh, I don't know. Okay, but anyway, let's get into this for a moment. 2 of Swords and Death. There's a clear ending going on here. 10 of Wands is releasing a burden, finally letting go of something. Death is a change. It's a transformation. Death leads to rebirth. So we've got a clearly defined ending. I think it is something that you are choosing to do. By the 10 of Wands is sort of an action of releasing. So there is some choice in the matter. However, the choice may just be how you respond to the circumstance. And then the 2 of Swords here is an impasse. It's an obstacle that requires creative action and creative thought in order to proceed around it. Basically, it's the thought life. The woman is blindfolded, as you can see, and has those swords crossed, suggesting you cannot pass. However, the option to go around is there. There's some way around it. Think outside the box. And that is where this alchemy comes into play. It's like thinking outside the box. You're going to have to release something. You're going to have to release a stronghold in your life and allow the change to happen. But as that change is happening, you have the opportunity to alchemize that situation into something positive. If you feel it's a negative, you have the opportunity to change it into something positive. And as I say that, the Hanged Man is on the bottom of this deck. Interestingly enough, and this is seeing things from a different perspective, seeing things from a different point of view. It can also allude to the feeling of being stuck, but in the context of what we're talking about here, I feel that you're actually gaining a new perspective on something. You got to recognize whatever this ending is, it's ultimately going to work to your advantage, Virgo. But let's get some clarification on the 2 of Swords for you, Virgo. What does Virgo need to know about this 2 of Swords? A little Palo Santo incense that was burning there a moment ago. It's still smoldering a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. Alright, one more shuffle for you, Virgo. Alright, regarding the 2 of Swords, we've got the Wheel of Fortune, Lord of the Forces of Life. There's an opportunity for you here. The wheel is spinning in your favor if you choose to take action, and that's what then we got the 9 of Swords. Yeah, Lord of Despair and Cruelty. This is nightmare energy. This is being stuck up in your head. This is like panic and mental anguish, mental despair. You have to get over that in order to proceed. And then we have the Eight of Swords, Lord of Shortened Force. Eight of Swords is feeling stuck. Eight of Swords is feeling stuck. The opportunity, though, is here. We have the sign of Gemini, but the other sign, the astrological sign, is Jupiter. Jupiter is a card of is a planet of expansion, the planet of expansion, and the Wheel of Fortune is also Jupiter. So basically, it's saying that there's a large mental obstacle for you to overcome, and when you're able to overcome that obstacle, you will have an opportunity for gain and for abundance. We have the Eight of Cups on the bottom, Lord of Abandoned Success, which is kind of what we were talking about at the beginning of the reading, that releasing of a burden, Virgo. Something, obviously there's something to that. Boy, this is such a theme too. It keeps coming up. It's being said in a lot of different ways in the different readings, but this week, most all the readings have had the same, it's very, very similar energy. This is an act of empowerment. Walking away from things that don't serve you, even if it's hard, and being able to accept the loss and walk away is such a empowered, bold, strong move. You got to know when it's time to do something like that. And when it is, if you're able to do it, it just demonstrates your power and your resolve. And so that's actually, that's my positive spin on the Eight of Cups, but to me, it is very empowering. But let's get some clarification on this Death card. Goodness sakes. The opportunity's here. The opportunity for something great is here. Something's in the way, though, clearly. Something's in the way mentally. Something's in the way in your internal life. Okay, clarifying death. For you, Virgo, we have the Lovers. Children of the Voice Divine. This is Gemini's energy. This is obviously lovers. This is soulmates. This can be friendships. This can also be soul contracts. And you can have a soul contract with a family member or a friend or a lover, but something significant. We have the Five of Wands, Lord of Strife. Yeah. Lord of Strife. Basically, yeah, conflict. I mean, it's conflict. All right, let me get one more card and we'll see if we can get a little deeper in. King of Cups, Prince of the Chariot of Waters. So, the King of Cups is a king of emotional maturity, emotional stability, mastery over your emotions, Virgo. This is an energy we want to embody at this time. For sure. For sure. Yeah, this Death card. Okay, Death is Scorpio, by the way. King of Cups is water as well. So you could be, maybe you're dealing with a Scorpio. Maybe you're in a relationship with a Scorpio, Virgo. I don't know. Basically, though, it looks like there is a conflict coming up between you and a potential counterpart or soul contract. Some kind of thing that's going on here. And there's really a call here to take the high road and stay emotionally stable. Don't let your words don't say things you're going to regret. There's a proper way to stand your ground on an issue and protect your boundaries on an issue. There's ways that are very careless and can lead to a lot of harm. So I think it's a call to us to be mindful of that. Five of Wands. It's sort of it's opposing. It's like passions and ideas sort of opposing one another. So there's some kind of clash there. Princess of Swords is on the bottom. Princess of the Rushing Winds. Page of Swords. Page of Swords actually came up in Taurus's reading. This is the security guard of the tarot. In terms of your boundaries. I was just speaking of boundaries, wouldn't you know it. Shocker. This card typically in like the writer is sort of showing up as like defending the territory, defending the land, and there's something of that here. You're defending your space with your words. You know, swords are about communication and your mental life, and there is some definitive standing up for yourself, I think, is what it really is. Again, wow, Virgo, I feel like you're standing up for yourself in many ways. That's part of this. You're probably really afraid to do it or feel like you can't do it, but I think you will do it. So that lovers thing, that soul contract, this isn't for everybody, but for some of you, it's like that lovers, that partnership, that could even be work. That could be employee-employer relationship. And maybe the contract is coming to an end. That's not for everybody. For some of you, it may be a love interest or a friend or a family member. But on a grander scale, on more of a cosmic scale, there is a concept of soul contracts where that you may have sort of agreed with this person, your energy and their energy. You might have had an agreement to play out certain scenarios in order to learn certain life lessons and gain certain experiences in life. You know, take it as it resonates. It's all your, I don't know what your personal beliefs are, but I have one of that. We're all basically facets of the divine. And so this is sort of our lived experiences as a way for the divine to know itself, you know, by fragmenting out into billions and billions and billions of life forms all across the universe. That's a way for the divine to know itself and experience itself, because the divine is the universe. The divine didn't make the universe. The divine is the universe, so to say. I know it's an abstraction. Okay, take it as it resonates. But so that contract could be many things. All right, take it as it resonates. We are clarifying the Ten of Wands. This card popped out face up. It is the Ace of Cups, Lord of the root of the powers of water. Ace of Cups. This is a genuine emotional offer and a genuine emotional beginning coming in. And it comes in on the heels of releasing a burden. So that definitely draws me towards the relationship side of things. After this death, after this situation with the Lover's card, the soul contract, death leads to rebirth. This could be a revitalization of an existing relationship. If your relationship is ended, then obviously something new is coming in that is maybe more suited to your true soul's purpose, perhaps. You know, we have more than one soul contract. Typically, we learn things from people, usually difficult people. That's how we learn. So either the death here is the death may actually be like a re-envisioning of an existing thing. Like this conflict may get resolved in some way where you have to surrender something, or they have to surrender something, and that and you agree to think outside of the box with this Two of Swords, right? You come to a creative reconfiguring of the situation, and it brings about a renewed emotional scenario that is pure and divine. It's lovely. All right, we've got the High Priestess, the Priestess of the Silver Star. Your intuition, your inner knowing, certainly. Okay. So, of the scenarios I just ran, you know what it would be, okay? And we have the Three of Cups, Lord of Abundance. Cancerian vibes. We've got Mercury here. This is typically a card of celebrating with friends, you know, three friends raising the glass together. It's happiness. It's friendly time. It's good times. It's good times, all right? So what I see here is like a restoration of an emotional state. So yeah, for some of you, it very literally is the same scenario, the same person, but something gets remedied by really pushing it into the relationship into a territory where the conflict has to come to a head. It has to be resolved. It has to be an ending for the new beginning to happen. Like I was saying, this new beginning is going to come about, and it's going to bring in some celebration and some happiness for you. the High Priestess is intuitive, highly intuitive. So you'll know what this is, basically. You'll know what's right. Follow your gut, follow your instinct. The Magician is underlying this deck. The Magus of Power. The Magician has all the tools they need to do what they need to do. And I do find that quite interesting because... Oh, no. Apparently I changed it. We did have the Magician underlying this. I must have shuffled it after I set it down, or before I set it down, I mean. But the Magician, here again, to remind you that you do have that ability to take a bad situation and turn it into something good. You're making lemonade out of lemons, Virgo. So something, whatever it is that's shifting, you can really... Oh, there it is. Oh, that's weird. I must have... It's on the bottom. It is on the bottom. I think I had... It just blended into my desk and I didn't pick it up. Wow. Magicians are so sneaky, aren't they? Magic. Alchemy. Wow. So... Boy, that was really distracting. Anyway, your ability to take the situation and reimagine it is where the power lies, okay? I really think that's what's going on here. I don't think of this as whatever this partner is, whatever this partnership is. I don't think it's an ending. I think it's a restructuring. The Hanged Man was just flipped as I was doing that. A restructuring, seeing it from a different perspective. Okay? Well, that's beautiful. All right. Well, that's great because, yes, things can be reconciled. Things can be worked through. Things can be reimagined, re-envisioned, recreated, if you so choose. And the biggest magic trick that the Magician possesses is kind of double-edged. The truth of the matter is we all have the power of the Magician. There isn't a magician more powerful than another magician. We all have it available to us. That's part of the trick, though, is like a good magician is going to teach you that you are, in fact, a magician as well. A bad magician, quote unquote, is going to try to pretend that they have something that you don't. Okay. Potential outcome here. The Chariot. This is basically... Spirit is getting ready to revitalize something here. There's some divine intervention. The Three of Wands is here. This is... it can allude to travel or to a new destination, a new situation. The Three Wands, it's like... your heart... it's like your body, your mind, and your spirit, basically. Or your heart, your mind, and your spirit. You sort of are holistically motivated to move into this new circumstance. So those of you that are considering revitalizing a situation or trying to repair some kind of relational energy, I feel like that's very much where your heart's going to be. Those of you who are going to start over and receive a new cup, I think your heart is obviously there as well. We do have the Seven of Cups here. You're spoiled for choice. The choice is yours. Okay, whether or not you want to revitalize this or step into a new opportunity by walking away from something and letting it die, the choice is yours. You have a choice to make. Some choices are probably more favorable than others, but in terms of right and wrong, I think really what Spirit is trying to tell you here is like, don't worry about that so much. What is it you truly desire? Because Spirit is intervening. Spirit is here. Spirit is taking, is going to power your chariot towards something new. The chariot is stationary. The chariot's not moving yet. Like you're up in the chariot, but the chariot's not moving yet. And the two, in this case, they are angels. Like they are human embodiments of angels with, angel wings, the way we think of an angel. They're there. They are not tethered to the chariot. The chariot, there's no reins. So Spirit is guiding this, okay? You have choices. Spirit is guiding this. You're going to feel holistically like sure of what you want. And the moon is underlying the deck here. This is really an energy of your inner world, your innermost, deepest desires, your dreams, also your fears and worries. But this is about what you truly desire. And this is really saying to go after what you truly desire. And with the High Priestess earlier, we know that you know what that's going to be. You're going to have you're going to know what's right in this situation. And just know that your desires and your dreams are going to be aligned with spirits. So really trust yourself in this process. If it's to reconcile a situation or to walk away from it, either way, really you need to trust your heart, and trust spirit with it. Okay, we don't have room for guilt and shame. No, we don't. We move forward. We move forward, and we move forward with gratitude to spirit and to others in all of our endeavors. But yes, really, really follow your heart in this time, Virgo. That's what I have for you. Thank you for watching. And if you're not subscribed and this resonated, please consider subscribing. Please leave a like if you liked it. It's up to you, but I'd appreciate it. And Virgo, until next Thursday, best of luck with this energy. Follow your heart, and I hope to see you next week on Terra Firma Thursdays. Till then, Virgo, take care.